Some people call it the uncle's car, others refer to it as the front-wheel drive version of the Mark X. In fact, the Mark X was marketed as a sportier and more luxurious version of this car, and that's precisely the reason why most young people prefer the Mark X over a Toyota Camry. Essentially, the Camry appeals more to mature people while the Mark X appeals more to younger clientele. Competitors from other automakers include the Subaru Legacy, Nissan Tiana, Honda Accord, and the dominant premium Mazda Atenza. In today's episode, we are going to be finding out if you should indeed consider this Toyota Camry instead of its competitors. So please stay tuned. As always, if you find this content helpful, please do consider subscribing to the channel for more informative content on cars as well as bikes. Welcome to IKEV Auto Reviews. So this is a 2017 Camry. It's the XV50, which was produced between 2011 to 2017, though in some markets production continued till around 2020. In terms of the engine options, there are four, all of which are naturally aspirated. There's a 2000cc, which has two power outputs, either 145 horsepower or 165 horsepower, especially if you import from markets such as Singapore and Malaysia. Secondly, there is a 2500cc which produces 178 horsepower. The third option is a 3.5-liter V6 that churns out an incredible 268 horsepower. That's the most powerful option you can get in a Camry. Lastly, there is a 2.5-liter hybrid with an output of around 154 horsepower. This car is available in only front-wheel drive, and power is sent to the wheels via either a 6-speed conventional automatic, a 6-speed manual, which is rare, and an ECVT, which is exclusive to the hybrid. Now, there are cars which can be defined as the epitome of reliability, and this Camry is a perfect case in point. This car is among the most reliable cars in the world. Right from the earlier generations, it has built a very solid reputation, and that's why it sells worldwide. All the engine options are extremely reliable. There are no major issues worth pointing out. Maybe just a bit of oil consumption with a bit of age and high mileage, and this is an issue that can be mitigated by replacing the piston rings. And if it's not severe, you could just be topping up the oil after some hundreds of kilometers. It's something you can be doing to buy time as you prepare to replace the piston rings. The hybrid is also very good, but I'll keep repeating this. Always get a very low mileage one so that you can fully maximize on the hybrid battery's life. Remember, the batteries typically last between 10 to around 15 years, or in terms of mileage, up to around 250,000 kilometers. How you drive may also affect the lifespan of those batteries. For example, if you very frequently use EV mode, then the batteries may degrade faster, as on EV mode, it's the batteries that power the wheels. Something else worth mentioning is that the 2000cc and 2500cc four cylinders are affordable to maintain. Of course, they are way cheaper to maintain compared to the 2500 V6 that you get in the Mark X. In terms of the driving dynamics, this car is a bit plain. It's a car that will take you very comfortably from point A to point B. Some competitors such as the Atenza and Honda Accord offer better driving dynamics compared to this Toyota Camry. And I reckon that's one of the reasons why some people call it the uncle's car. It's a simple car that prioritizes comfort over an engaging drive. What about efficiency? The 2000cc can return around 13 kilometers per liter, the 2.5 around 12-ish kilometers per liter, the powerful 3.5 V6 between 7 to a maximum of 10 kilometers per liter, and lastly the hybrid between 17 to around 19, or a maximum stretch of 20 kilometers per liter if you are very light-footed. That's quite good considering this is a heavy mid-size saloon. So if you prefer good efficiency, your best bet is either the hybrid or the 2.0 liter if you don't want the hybrid technology. The fuel tank capacity is 65 liters for the hybrid options and 70 liters for the non-hybrid. Suspension wise, it gets McPherson struts at the front and a multi-link setup at the back. The suspension has been tuned for comfort and it does a very good job of absorbing the road imperfections. The slight downside of that soft ride is that in corners there's some body roll, something like the Atenza handles corners very well as its suspension setup is slightly stiffer. The brake setup is ventilated discs up front and solid discs at the back. Then the ground clearance measures in at around 155 millimeters. That is 10 millimeters short of the recommended 165 millimeters. It's not too bad. I would recommend you just live with the car as it is. Don't make the mistake of modifying the suspension as it will affect the handling and even the looks of the car. The carb weight measures between 1447 to 1551 kgs. As expected, the V6 variant is the heaviest. What about safety? It gets ABS, stability control, EBD, brake assist, front, side and curtain airbags, driver's knee airbag and whiplash injury lessening seats to reduce the risk of neck injury during rear-end collisions. In addition to those, it also gets auto high beams. Then depending on the trim level, some active features can also be available, such as pre-collision mitigation, lane keeping assist, blind spot detection, radar cruise control, and rear cross traffic alert. Nowadays, automakers are throwing in all these active safety features to make cars more and more safer. Now, what is the current price of this car? With around 2.5, 2.6-ish million, you can drive away a 2017 model depending on the trim level and the mileage. Does it offer good value? We'll be finding out shortly. In terms of the exterior design, it's simple, it's not offensive, just plain but in a decent way. It will not turn any heads like the Atenza. This is one of those cars that easily blend into the crowd. The interior is also minimalistic and very functional, with every control located where you would expect it to be. The seats are pretty comfortable and there are variants that even get leather seats and other premium features such as the sunroof and electric seats, among others. Space is very good for a medium-sized saloon. There is good leg and headroom at the back and three adults can be comfortable back there even on a long trip. The boot is also spacious enough, though this being the hybrid variant, the back seats cannot be folded down to create more space due to the location of the batteries. Quickly on to the pros and cons, beginning with the pros. This is a spacious car. It's very reliable, it's very comfortable, has good resale value, it's efficient, especially the hybrid, and lastly, it's a safe car. On to the cons, which are very few. It has a slightly lower ground clearance, and secondly, as with most hybrids, the battery replacement is very expensive. So there you have it. This car may not drive as well as the Atenza or the Accord. It may also not feel as premium as the Mark X and Mazda Atenza, but it will offer you very good reliability, comfort, and ease of maintenance. This is a car for people who don't want to shout their presence. It's for those who want to blend into the crowd, and if you are such a person, then this car is for you. In fact, there are variants that get some luxurious features such as electric reclining rear seats, sunroof, leather seats, among others. Something like the Nissan Tiana is more affordable but not as reliable as this Camry. I hope this has been helpful. Do let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks a lot for watching. As always, if you have any inquiries, feel free to reach me via WhatsApp or email. Also, if you are interested in this particular car, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks a lot for watching. Stay safe, ride and drive safe, and see you in the next one.